Welcome to RWG Publishing and welcome back to the Deep Dive. So glad you could join us today. We're diving into a really fascinating world.
Yeah, we are.
We're looking at Wrestling Titans, The Untamed World of Legends by Bill Vincent. And this book, well, it's not just a story, is it? It feels like there's some powerful insights packed in there.
Oh, absolutely. It's a compelling journey that goes way beyond just sports.
Yeah.
It's really about ambition, the sheer grit it takes to chase something big.
Right.
And, the impact of just sticking with it. We're following this guy, Alex Thompson, and his path, I think, offers a sort of blueprint for a lot more than just wrestling.
Totally agree. So our mission today really is to unpack how a legend like Alex gets made. We want to get into the key moments, sure, but also the why behind them, the challenges, the support systems, all that stuff.
The whole picture.
Yeah, the whole picture. Looking for those maybe unexpected bits of wisdom along the way. Okay, let's start right at the very beginning.
The seed of ambition.
Every story like this has a spark, right? A starting point. For young Alex Thompson, the book tells us it happened one evening. He's watching wrestling with his dad, totally mesmerized by this wrestler called the Hammer. And it wasn't just the moves, it was what his dad said, pointing at the TV. See that, Alex? That's what real strength looks like. Those men are legends. And boom, Alex's heart is pounding with excitement. Right then and there, he makes this vow. He's going to be a pro wrestler no matter what it took.
It's kind of amazing how one comment from a parent can set a course like that.
It really is. And what's fascinating there is it's not just the inspiration, right? It's how deeply that moment seems to imprint on his, self-idea.
Yeah.
His dad didn't just point out a cool job. He painted a picture of Alex being a legend. It wasn't just, I want to wrestle. It was, I want to be one of those guys. That little seed of belief planted right there. It becomes the whole foundation.
It's like an identity he has to grow into.
Exactly, a tangible thing. And those first steps weren't far behind. He has this early success, wins a local match with a powerful takedown, apparently, and that catches someone's eye. Coach Harris.
Coach Harris. Pivotal figure.
Definitely. So what did Harris see? Was it just, raw talent or something else?
Well, Harris saw more than just the win itself. He goes up to Alex, says, great match, kid. I think you've got real potential. But it wasn't just praise. It was an invitation.
To train at his gym.
Right. And that's the crucial bit, isn't it? A real mentor sees the potential, not just the current skill. He saw something that could be molded. And getting that validation, plus a clear path forward, that's huge.
Yeah, it takes it from a hobby to a real pursuit.
And you mentioned his parents earlier. The source notes his mother was worried, understandably, about the danger. But his dad gave that reassuring hand, showing that support, that let Alex's own determination really take root.
Okay, so Alex jumps in. He goes to Coach Harris's gym. And the description sounds intense. A modest space, nothing fancy, but filled with sweat and determination. You hear grunts and the clanging of weights. Sounds like a forge, almost.
It really does.
What were those early days like? The demands, physical and mental, how did that environment shape him?
Well, it wasn't just about getting stronger muscles. It was about building a different kind of toughness.
Yeah.
The book says Alex struggled at first. Aching muscles, confidence wavering, the usual stuff when you start something hard.
Sure.
But the drills weren't random. They were designed to build strength, agility, and endurance. And Coach Harris's specific instruction, like keep your stance low, use your legs, not just your arms, that's really telling.
How so?
It shows it's not just about brute force. It's about technique, balance, protecting yourself, being smart with your strength. That's key for longevity in something so physical.
Right, avoiding injury.
Exactly. And pushing through that daily grind, side by side with other trainees like this guy, Jake. Jake apparently told him, we're all in this together. That shared struggle, that camaraderie, it builds a really vital support system, helps you push through the doubt.
Rising and the price of ambition.
Okay, so all that hard work, the sweat, the coaching, it starts to pay off. Alex gets his first amateur win against Tony the Hammer Garcia.
Oh.
Actually beats the guy who inspired him, in a way.
Ooh, full circle already.
Kinda. He pulls off a flawless suplex, and the crowd goes wild, erupted in applause.
Yeah.
You got to imagine how that felt. His heart soared, and he says, this is just the beginning. Seems like that's when the dream really felt real.
Oh, absolutely. That's the taste of it, isn't it? It's not just a win, it's proof. Proof that the dream isn't just a dream anymore. It's achievable.
Right.
That feeling, the crowd, the perfect move. It's like rocket fuel. Pushes him straight towards the pro leagues. It confirms that identity he's been building.
And then comes the big debut, professional ring. The source paints this picture of an arena just buzzing, a cacophony of noise and excitement, air thick with anticipation. Alex feels his heart pounding, stomach churning, nerves and excitement all mixed up.
Yeah, the big leagues.
And he's facing the hammer again.
Yeah.
How did he possibly handle that kind of pressure?
Well, this is where all that foundational stuff really kicks in, right? The training, the mentorship. His confidence was boosted by Coach Harris's words, apparently reminded him to trust your instincts and stay focused.
Slow but effective.
Yeah, and Alex knew deep down this was his moment. Not just another match. He managed to channel that anxiety, that energy into focus, and he wins a huge professional victory.
Incredible start.
But here's the thing, Coach Harris's feedback right after. But there's always room for improvement.
Huh. No resting on laurels.
Not a chance. It's not about just celebrating the win. It's about that constant drive for getting better. Even after a massive debut, the experienced eye is looking ahead. That's how you build something lasting, not just a flash in the pan.
Okay, so this is where it shifts again, gets really interesting. His career starts taking off, he's in the spotlight. Suddenly, it's not just about wrestling. He's got to build an image, handle the media.
Yeah.
His first press conference. What was his message?
Yeah, the whole public persona thing. Reporters are asking about his training, about this rival, Marcus the Beast Black. Alex handles it well, sounds confident. But his main message to the fans was pretty smart, actually.
What did he say?
He said, follow your dreams, work hard, and never give up. If I can do it, so can you. And look, it sounds a bit cliche maybe, but in this context...
It lands differently.
Yeah, because it connects his personal journey to something aspirational for everyone else. He's not just a wrestler, he's showing a path. If you think about building a legend, that public side, that ability to connect and inspire, it becomes almost as important as the performance itself.
Like a dual career, performer and inspiration.
Exactly, creating that authentic connection.
But, success like that often comes with a hidden price tag.
Oh.
And the book says Alex started to feel it big time. Missing family stuff, feeling guilty, just exhausted. There was a breaking point, wasn't there?
Mm-hmm. This is the part that feels incredibly real, I think, even outside of sports. He missed his sister's birthday party, saw the disappointment in his parents' faces. The pressure just felt overwhelming.
You could see how it would build up.
And his friend Jake even warned him, flat out, you're going to burn out. It culminates in Alex admitting, just really vulnerably, I'm just tired. Really tired. I don't know how much longer I can keep this up.
Wow.
It hits hard, right? It raises that huge question. How do you balance that intense drive with just being okay, being human? His struggle shows that achieving the dream isn't always the happy ending. Sometimes it's the start of a whole new set of problems.
Recognizing that cost seems like the first step, though. That admission of being tired. That feels like a turning point. So how did he shift? What did he do to find a healthier way? What advice did Coach Harris give?
Coach Harris, being the wise mentor he is, saw the warning signs. He told Alex, essentially, pushing too hard leads to burnout. Simple as that. You have to take care of yourself. And it wasn't just about, getting more sleep.
Right, it's deeper than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was about holistic well-being. So Alex, listening to this, starts incorporating stuff like yoga and meditation, trying to manage the mental and emotional stress. But he also did something else. He started volunteering at a local community center, mentoring young wrestlers.
Getting outside himself a bit.
Exactly, finding fulfillment beyond his own wins. It wasn't about backing down from ambition. It was about reframing it. Realizing strength isn't just physical power, it's also mental resilience, emotional balance, and finding purpose beyond the spotlight.
That's a powerful lesson. True strength beating that equilibrium. Okay, Alex's journey really shows us that, doesn't it? It's not just about the muscles, but the mind and finding balance. If you want to dive deeper into Alex's story, all the triumphs and struggles you can find, Wrestling Titans, The Untamed World of Legends by Bill Vincent on Amazon. We put the link right in our show notes for you.
The ultimate comeback and lasting legacy.
Okay, so just when Alex seems to have found this balance, this healthier approach, disaster strikes. During a huge match, he tears his ACL.
Oof. The dreaded injury.
Yeah. Doctors confirm it's serious, surgery needed, recovery time, 6 to 9 months, possibly longer. That must have been absolutely crushing for him. How did it affect his mindset, his whole view of the future?
It's pretty much an athlete's worst nightmare, isn't it? The source says his heart sank. He felt fear and uncertainty, thinking, what if I never get back to where I was? It attacks your whole identity when your body is your tool. The recovery, working with his physical therapist, Karen, was described as a marathon, not a sprint. But here's where that support system becomes critical again. His family, Coach Harris, they were constantly reminding him, you're a fighter.
That external belief must have been vital.
Absolutely vital. It helps turn that internal determination, which might be wavering, into something shared, something supported. Keeps the hope alive.
And incredibly, after all that hard rehab, he comes back. First, he wins a test match, which must have been a huge mental boost.
Huge psychological hurdle, yeah.
Then comes the big one. The rematch against his rival, Marcus the Beast Black. Described as a brutal and intense battle. And Alex wins. He beats him. It's more than just a return, isn't it? It's a statement.
It's totally an evolution. That period, the injury and recovery, it wasn't just about healing the knee. It was a massive mental and emotional transformation. He comes back stronger, wiser, and more determined than ever.
How so wiser?
Well, the injury probably forced him to refine his technique. Rely less on raw power, maybe. Think more strategically. Strengthen his mental game. Appreciate his body differently. It wasn't just getting back to where he was. It was like leveling up because of the setback. Resilience in action.
And the absolute peak of this comeback story, he competes in and he wins the Ultimate Wrestling Championship.
The summit, incredible.
At the press conference after, he talks about being honored and excited how hard he trained. But what was his message to the fans then, after achieving this almost unbelievable win?
It circled right back to his core message, but now with even more weight behind it. He said, follow your dreams, work hard, and never give up. If I can do it, so can you. But coming after the injury, the comeback, it wasn't just talk anymore.
It was lived experience.
Exactly. He was the proof. It solidified him not just as a champion wrestler, but as the symbol of perseverance. He really embodied that legend his dad saw on the TV screen all those years ago.
Amazing. But he doesn't just hang up his boots and bask in the glory. He shifts gears again, towards giving back. He becomes a coach, a mentor, working with young wrestlers, guys named Jordan and Ethan in the book. What sparked that change?
It feels like such a natural next step, doesn't it? A real full circle moment. Coach Harris actually suggested it, apparently, telling Alex, you've got a lot of experience and knowledge to share, and Alex just runs with it.
Coaching Ethan, helping them with skills.
Right. And there's this great bit where Jordan asks him about feeling fear before a big match. And Alex's advice is really insightful. He tells him to use that fear, to let it fuel determination and focus.
Turn it into an asset.
Yeah. Don't fight the fear, harness it. That shows how much he'd grown. True legends, you realize, don't just collect trophies. They inspire and shape the next wave. It becomes about impact, not just winning.
And he takes that impact idea even further. His big vision, his legacy project. He establishes a wrestling academy. Not just a gym, but something more structured, more lasting. What was the goal there?
The goal was ambitious, to nurture and train future champions, but in a really holistic way. It offered a comprehensive training program that covered everything.
Not just moves.
No, way beyond that. Technique, conditioning, sure, but also mental resilience and sportsmanship. Plus crucial stuff like nutrition, injury prevention, and even career planning. Things Alex probably wished he'd had earlier.
Building the complete wrestler.
Exactly, making it a place where young wrestlers can grow and thrive. He basically took his entire life experience, the good, the bad, the lessons learned, and built a resource for others. And interestingly, the book mentions he kept growing personally, too, taking up painting, hiking.
Still seeking that balance.
Right, showing that life keeps evolving. His legacy wasn't just the academy, it was his own continued growth and character.
What a journey. Alex Thompson's story in Wrestling Titans, it really is this incredible saga, isn't it? From that first spark through the intense dedication, the burnout, the injury, the comeback, and finally building this lasting legacy.
It's such a powerful testament to just the human spirit's ability to grow, to endure. It's about finding strength when you feel vulnerable, the absolute importance of having people in your corner, family, mentors, friends, and that deep satisfaction that comes from giving back. His story, I think, it's a blueprint for anyone facing their own big challenges, chasing their own passions. His untamed world happened to be wrestling, but it makes you think, what untamed world are you ready to face in your life?
That's a great question.
It really highlights that the journey itself, not just the final win, is what shapes you, who you become along the way.
Absolutely. Well, if you've been as drawn into Alex's story as we have, we definitely recommend checking out Wrestling Titans, The Untamed World of Legends by Bill Vincent. You can find the book and support the author by clicking the link right there in our show notes on Amazon. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive today. Until next time, keep seeking knowledge and discovering those aha moments. Thank you for listening to the Deep Dive Podcast.